Here's another fabulous question about unit conversion. Fred Snerd has $35 for gas, and he wants to go to the Duck game in Eugene, which is 103 miles away. Gas costs $3.75 per gallon, and his car gets 24 miles per gallon. Will he be able to make it home from the game? Fred, come home! Justify your answer. So hit the pause button right now, work this out, and we'll come back together and we'll check your work. Welcome back, and if you didn't hit your pause button, was that fun? A little awkward silence is good for everyone. Here we go. So the question here, the hidden question that's not shown, really is how far can he drive? That's the real question here. It's not given up here, but that's really the information we need to find out. So let's call that distance. And I'm going to use the letter D as my variable. Okay? What information do we need to find the distance? In other words, do we have everything we need already and we just need to push a few buttons on the calculator? Let's find out. We need to know how many gallons of gas he needs, and we need to multiply that by his mileage, and that's going to equal the distance. So here's an equation. Distance equals gallons times 24. Okay? Or technically we should write it like this, with the coefficient first. Okay, we do not know the distance. We do not know how many gallons of gas he needs, so let's start with that. What do we need to get that information? Well, we have how much money he has, and we know how much each gallon costs. So if we divide his money by the cost of each gallon, we will know how many gallons he can purchase. And he can purchase 9 1/3 gallons, or 9 3/10, repeating. Okay, so now that we know this is gas, we can actually finish this problem. Distance equals that answer times his mileage. Assuming he can maintain that mileage, we will get his distance, which is 224 miles. All right, now we go back to our question, and it's really an if-then situation. If distance is greater than 206, that's Eugene plus getting home, 103 twice, then the answer is yes, he can make it home. If distance is greater than 206, he can make it home. If distance is less than 206, then no, he will not make it home. Since our answer is 224 to the hidden question of how far can he drive, now we can answer yes, because 224 is greater than 206. And then we could justify our answer with any number of persuasive statements. The key is that we have numbers to back up our statement. In this case, Fred Snerd will make it home. And he can drive another 18 miles to the Quickie Mart for a slushie. But if the Quickie Mart is 18 miles away, he will not make it home from the Quickie Mart. Okay, so all of that is all fun and games, but the math that happened here is, let's review. We found the hidden question, which is how far can he drive. Made a variable, decided if we had enough information to get that. We did not, so we found that information. We needed how many gallons he needs. Gallons times his mileage gave us his distance, and then we had to make a decision based on that answer. The round trip to Eugene and home is 103 times 2. Our answer was either greater than or less than that. It happened to be greater than. So to answer our question with a positive, he will make it home. That answers the question. Everything else you want to add is creative and fun and has nothing to do with your math skills. So feel free to have fun. All right. See you in class.